First thing last week was the Ghostbusters Playmobil Stay Puffed Man. £9.40 delivered. After the fees, I made a couple of quid. Humax PVR. You see, this one took a little bit longer, maybe an hour, including the testing. There wasn't a lot of cleaning involved, it was just a wipe down with a wet cloth. It got me £54.45 delivered. Dale Rowney Aquafine watercolour set. This was brand new, sold for £13.48 with the discount that was still running at the time when they bought that. BT 4500 additional handset, charging base and adapter, which was £18.14 after fees minus the discount. Ted Baker's purse, £20.20 delivered. This one was an international sale. Samsung Gear VR. This was the virtual reality headset, £24.49. It cost me £4 plus postage, and then the international money, I have no idea. They've stopped even telling you. Yeah, I was happy with that though. £30.69 back to me, minus all the fees and costs, of course, and the extra costs of it being international. Next, Guess Who from Hasbro 2017. I've stopped buying all the board games unless they're really special. This was £7.49 plus postage, £11.17. Casio solar powered calculator, £8.49 delivered. That's a fair enough thing. It cost me a quid. BT Graphite 1500. This has been on for a long time. November 22. I didn't see the virtue in changing it. It just stayed on the store because it's when somebody wants that particular item, they'll come and buy it. But I got £4.95 plus postage, £9.15. It will have cost me in the region of £1. It's been there a long time, so I was alright with taking that money. Sprite themed 4 litre mini fridge, £31.29, and then they cancelled. Never mind, I had to change the listing. They cancelled that one. The next was somebody else on another offer. They dithered about on this. I sent them another offer, £7.99 for a solid granite mortar and pestle that I originally paid £3 to £4 for. But it got rid of it. It's been hanging around for a long time. From February, £13.99 delivered. It's out the door. Next, broken things on eBay. Spares, repairs. This was one of those. It was a job lot of 3 Nintendo DS's. All of them had something wrong with it. The silver one didn't charge up. It had a good battery. I swapped them about, tested it, the battery charged, but the machine didn't work. Could have been the on button for all I know. The white one had an inclusion of damaged screen on the top screen. They're all DS lights, and the pink one worked perfectly. Sound, touch screen, both screens lit up, but the hinge was broken and the case was a bit grubby. So I sold the 3 together, started them at £4.95 with postage on top. They sold for £27. They were an auction after a week. £27 plus postage, £31.20. Very pleased with that. I think none of them will have cost me more than £3 or £4 with damage on. In fact, the white one with the damaged screen I think cost me a couple of quid with a charger, which I sold separately. Assassin's Creed Revelations official strategy game guide, £2.99. Told you about these. I'm losing money, but I'm not losing as much as they cost me, so it's worth selling them. £2.99 plus postage, £6.49. Postage is not enough now to cover the actual postage and the eBay fees and the wrapping materials, but they haven't put it up in the gaming section. It is £3.50. There is nothing we can do about it. I've complained twice, but there's nothing going on. They're not putting the prices up yet. Maybe in a couple of years' time, when it's now £4 to send something, they might put it up to £4. But it needs to be the postage plus the eBay commission. I nearly said Phoebe, and that's what they call it on some of the online sites. You know that, and I know that, and it's a fairly accurate description of what eBay is doing to us. They make more money out of less customers by charging the customers they've got. That's the real customers. Our customers are the people who buy on eBay. Their customers are us. The real customers of eBay are the sellers. Netgear Powerline adapter. That's going out today. That is 2305 G23/5. This one here. So I'll see if I can find it. Right on the top. There you go. This was in a bag for, I think I bought a whole box full for £5. Emptied it into my bag. This is one of the things that was in it. It's a Netgear Powerline adapter 500 megabits per second, £7 delivered. That's okay. Don't forget, it cost me about 40p. I'd rather be selling everything for a minimum of £10, but it's going to take me, what, a 10p bag and about a second to wrap that. Next is Phantom Pain, Metal Gear Solid. I think you saw me buy this a week ago. It could be a fortnight ago, for £1 from the charity shop. The one where I was wearing my GoPro Hero 3 and I bought it from the charity shop. Didn't have any change, went and got some change, come back for this. Cost £1, sold for £5.75. Yeah, not as good as I hoped, but never mind. I make a couple of quid on that. Nothing special really, but it's an easy list, isn't it? Grundig GUDSTB 2000. This is the TwinSCAR Freeview digital TV box. Very easy. I plugged it in, waited for it to tune in, watched a couple of channels, unplugged it. It's got a remote, and that's it. Power lead, remote, box. £16.19. No, but it only cost a quid or so. It might have been £2 actually, I don't know. That was easy. Next is Guitar Hero. There we are, the iPhone version with a download code. Well, I don't think you even need a code, it's a free download. So you can play it on your phone, or you can play it with a guitar controller. So this cost me £1.40 when I bought them from the landfill guy. I bought 3 one day, and then the next week I bought another one, and the week after I bought another one. Anyway, it worked out at 5 for £7, so it's £1.40. And that's sold for £9.75 plus postage, £13.95. And that'll just take a bin bag, wrapped around it and taped up. Next was Kath Kidston mug, and then actually this was last but one of the week, but later on this week, the next day, she came back and bought another one. I had 2 identical and she's bought them both, so they're going out today together. One from last week, one from this week. £1.45 each in the charity shop, which is the cheapest to sell anything for now in the charity shop. They'd gone from 99p for even the kids' toys to something like £1.29 for the kids' toys, and now it's £1.45. You know the little tubs that the 2-year-olds and 3-year-olds rummage around in on the floor to pick up the little toys this size? £1.45. I mean, not really fair on the little kiddies, quite honestly. Well, you've read the articles that have come out recently in the mainstream press, never mind everybody else's. Charities are, you know, becoming a scam rather than... It's a business that's becoming an exploitation rather than providing valued and important sources of revenue to people who really need it. Right, that's all I'm saying on that subject. Next, and the last thing of the week, was this little beauty, little mini fridge, green with Sprite on. It is Coca-Cola branded, but it's made by Coolatron, 12 volt or 240 volt, and it's got the power supplies in. I shall pack them in bubble wrap and make sure they don't rattle around like that before I pack it in bubble wrap and put it in a nice strong box. It's a weird shape, so I've charged £8 postage, so that was £28 plus postage, £35. There was a bit of discount on that, and that's the last I'm going to talk about, except for this mug, which obviously was from next week. Last week's total figure was £379.39. Not brilliant, considering it was last week of the month, running into this month, so it went over the end of the month, but I think it was because it was Halloween, running up to November 5th. People have got other things on their minds, other things to spend their money on. I haven't had any Halloween decorations. Don't sell fireworks, obviously. It's one of those where, as the holiday comes around, they are spending for this holiday on my store. Whereas for Christmas, they are buying stuff for Christmas on my store now. And that's the main thing. It detracts from the Christmas spending because they're spending on other things. That's fair enough. All I can say is that was 19 sales, not nearly enough. I need to get more listings on. I'm going to go get listed. You should. I've taken all the stuff off there that I listed, so I'm not embarrassed by. I did actually get them listed. There is a couple of other things that need listing, and I was going to populate that shelf with new stuff to embarrass myself while I watched this video back. However, it would be too late by then because I'm running about 2 weeks behind. I should have another video out in a day or two from this one because I'm staging them twice a week at the moment. Fingers crossed. I can't show you anything that I bought over the weekend because it poured down for about 4 or 5 days solid. The forecast was it was going to carry on raining until about 11 o'clock in the morning on Sunday. It actually stopped by about 9ish. However, it was already sopping wet. I wasn't going to go out, nobody else was, so nobody that I want to see, you know, householders getting rid of stuff. Anyway, thanks for watching and enjoy the rest of your week. Don't forget to list loads of stuff.